I have become a tool of Russian propagandists. You've never said to yourself, like, today I'm going to get up and I'm going to get out of bed and I'm going to be a tool of the Russian propaganda machine. Well, my friends, let me tell you a story. This is a story all about how my video got turned upside down. It got turned into a video to support Russia, and you're going to hear about it. There's a channel on YouTube called RT, and RT is, for those of you who don't know, Russia Today. Russia Today is a Kremlin associated kind of sponsored, news channel. So Russia Today was RT is the rebranding of Russia Today. It was a rebrand attempt in order to kind of clean up their image and seem as if they were being more separate. Now, anyone with a brain has realized that this is not actually the case. Russia Today is very much a Kremlin-backed and associated news agency. At a recent case where the White House press secretary was making a comment about Russians' recent incursions into Syria and Aleppo, the Russia Today reporter was asking the White House secretary, like, which buildings had been bombed, which, by the way, was widely reported by the World Health Organization, which hospitals had been bombed, so they could go back to the Kremlin and find out what the story was, which is a silly thing to say, right? Like, that's the type of thing that, of course, like a Kremlin, press secretary would say, like, oh, give me the real numbers. But if you're a news organization and someone says, by the way, your country just bombed a bunch of hospitals, you don't say, tell me which ones. You go figure it out. You're a news organization. This is your job. Russia Today is just a Kremlin-supported news organization. And one of the things it's known for is, Jill Stein went on TV with them. In general, U.S. dissidents go on TV with them and just let them talk. Like, no editing, no anything else like that. They just let them talk because they see these kind of, like, anti-U.S. dissidents as basically doing their job for them. Anyone who's going to speak negatively about the U.S. On Russia Today, they don't have to do anything. Like, look, even people from the U.S. hate the U.S. So one of the reasons that I am a tool of the Russian propaganda machine is, of course, when you're talking about the Russians, or you're talking about rebranding, or you're talking about, having a brand that's going to make a difference in the Western psyche. In order to do that, you have to have some legitimacy. Well, one of the ways that you get legitimacy is that you publish legitimate stories, the types of stories that get attention. In the particular case of Russia Today, the YouTube channel, which has more than 1.9 million subscribers at this point, growing more than 100,000 subscribers per month through early 2015, is that they buy viral videos. So they buy licenses to viral videos from all kinds of organizations out there, and they republish them on their own channel so that, suddenly you think of, oh, RT, that's the website that I go to see this latest viral video. They just collect, news and anything else like that. So you think of them and you associate them with this kind of positive image of a viral video. Well, I don't know if you know this, but I have a viral video. My Hawk versus Drone video has been viewed more than 5.3 million times. 5.2 million, maybe? I don't know, something in that ballpark anyway. And Russia Today, after I licensed it to a news organization called Newsflare to, give out and sell licenses on my behalf, Russia Today bought a license from me for $800 from Newsflare, and I got like $600 of that in order to use my video on their channel, and that video has more than 600,000 views. So in this way, my video has helped to build legitimacy for this channel by providing content that people are interested in and seeing and anything else like that they wouldn't have seen otherwise, and associating it with the Russia Today brand. So unwillingly, and although I knew like Russia Today was like a Russian propaganda machine, like I totally knew that they are not a news organization, that they're not anything else like that. Like I knew that. I've watched their live streams and other things like that, and they certainly do some interesting video. They were one of the people on the scenes during the Paris riots protests while I was there, which kind of turned into riots with tear gas and everything else like that. Like there's a bunch of things that Russia Today does which are interesting, news gathering content, but it's always with a bias. It's always towards propaganda. It's always all these things. And I was kind of like, whatever. Like, yes, it's Russian propaganda, but everyone knows it's Russian propaganda. It doesn't matter that much. Well, as we're seeing now, it does matter. And so when I look back, I realized that, well, shit, I have become a tool of Russian propagandists.